Welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take any of this as financial advice and do your own research. Well, why 205 and 209.80? That's what I'm going to tell you at the end of this video, why we are going there. But first off, I want to talk about my last video or live stream a little bit. I had already said God bless you and goodbye, and after that, just in the last few seconds, 237 times 10 started blinking after hours. And I talked about it a little bit briefly then, but most of you have probably already checked out by that time. So watch my previous video if you would, or a live stream. And here's what happened. On Thursday at 3:55 p.m., 246 started blinking times 10. That's 1,000 shares per blink. And they did it 5 minutes before the close. They're buying at this point, 246. The price is way up above that at this time. And they continued until 8 p.m. After hours, right to the end of after hours, actually. And it just plummeted us down. 243.50, I think it brought us to by 8 p.m. And then on Friday, they went back to that same number, 246. That's when they brought us down to the 243. They did it for an hour in the afternoon, pretty fast. On Friday, after in between two of my live streams, I wish I would have seen it an hour or two earlier. I would have. But anyway, they did it when they did it. And so then here came this 237 number times 10 on Friday. But they didn't start it till after hours. Just the other one, they started 5 minutes before the close. This one, they started at 4:20, 20 minutes after. That's why I just caught it while I was doing my live stream. And what they did was they started buying at 237, okay? And they continued all the way till 8 p.m. and they drove the price down to 243.20. So new low after hours is 243.20 on Friday late. And from at 4:20, when they first started with their little blinking deal, sporadically, albeit, they don't need to do much after hours. It gave us 5 red candles in a row on the 5-minute chart, which I thought was kind of cute. And then they just went sideways for a while. And, if they pause it, it just dead in the water, so to speak. And then about an hour into it, they started blinking it more often, and it brought us down to that 243.20. And so, just like the 246 return, these guys, the market makers, tend to return to their numbers that they're blinking at. Like the 246 blinked on Thursday after hours till 8 p.m. and they returned to that same number in the afternoon, just enough to kill a guy, to pull the shares down. And nobody catches this stuff except Grandpa. like it would help Grandpa maybe. But so anyway, I had mentioned in my previous live stream at the very end that buy at 237, but that really wasn't correct in Grandpa's opinion now, because when they were doing the 246 buying, it blew through that, obviously, down to 242, $4 below. So at a minimum, if you take $4 away from 237, you're at 230 something. Grandpa's not very good with math, 233, but whatever. And you know, this crazy 237 times 10 is still on the screen. It's not blinking, obviously, the market's closed. But they haven't even removed it, because they're going to use it in pre-market. That's Grandpa's opinion, and you know, that's just the way it is. And they'll use it some throughout the day on Monday. I'm just confident of it. So what's Grandpa seeing right now? Y205 and 209 on August 18th. The market makers bought at 209.80 for half the day. Pretty strongly, a lot. In the neighborhood of 30 to 40 blinks per minute. Times 100 shares per blink. And at the same time, they were actually down at 205. Now, I've said several times that it was only a couple hours down there, but it was really, when I've gone back and checked, it was more like 4 to 5 hours that they blinked at 205. And so these guys, the market makers, are committed. They got these positions in advance for us all the way back to August 18th. And I thought they might just eat them. You know, maybe it's not enough for them to go get, but these guys, they're going to go get them. I think they're going to go get them. And you got the 220 above that. You got the 222 that they did the other day. They pulled Tesla down $7 in 25 minutes with 222 by buying at 222, and that was the only thing on either screen. I got 10 screens, and 222 was the number that did it. And so it's not a place of substance. What I call substance is where they spend days at the same number, buying or selling. That's substance. But regardless, the 222 is just under the 225 where they spent 4 days buying. That's substance, okay? But we already know there was far more at, or at least as much up at that 260 that we had substance at, and they went through that like warm butter. They can do whatever they want, and they do, and they're buying. They've been buying since 263 all the way down. The market makers are buying, and the retailers are giving them the shares. This is how the game is played, and when this thing finally turns and goes up, it's going to be a fun ride up. But I thought they were going to turn sooner because of the multi-billions that they already have going along. I thought, oh man. But no, I when I seen this 237, it gave Grandpa his sign. And it's going to be fun to see the blinking on Monday. I expect to see some real low buying areas that they're in, maybe even into the 190s or whatever. It's no use to speculate about it, I guess. But so anyway, did I say don't take any of this as financial advice, and like and subscribe? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Grandma did. You want to be happy, like and subscribe. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Don't I say bare minimum hold up for 225. If you're going to buy, that's a place of substance. I'm holding out for 205 at a minimum, and I'll know more by the time it gets there. I said yesterday several times, don't short this. Don't, in other words, don't put a put in or whatever. Grandpa's opinion has changed today. When I seen that 237 last night, that was Grandpa's sign. Nobody expected Tesla to do what it did. This drop that it's taken. You can expect the unexpected from the market makers. They have skills that only money can buy. Hey, coming up here shortly, Grandpa's gonna do story time. You remember I do story time on Saturday, and during this story time, you're gonna learn how I know the blinking is real and how it works. It's a true story by Grandpa, and it's I'll tell you what, this is one of Grandma's favorite stories. I tell her this story almost daily. How does Grandpa know that the blinking is real and how it actually works? And I'm going to share that with you in story time. So you be watching for my story time. I'm going to write Tesla story time. And that's going to have you're going to want to watch this one. Oh boy, Grandpa's story time is the best. Okay, how long did I talk on this one? Hey, not too bad, under 15 minutes. Boy, Grandpa's learning to talk fast. God bless you, and I'll see you later today at what? Story time. Bye-bye.